What is going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916 and welcome back to another video. It has been a really long time since I've been on YouTube. I kind of rage quit MLB 17 the show, as you guys know, and I've moved into my apartment here at junior year. But I haven't gone away from YouTube. I just haven't had anything to post, you know, until I decided recently I kind of wanted to start uploading again, just to, you know, interact with some of you guys again and just to kind of get into the hang of things again. So I decided to do another NHL be a GM. Instead of transferring a team to Seattle, I'm just going to flat out create an expansion team in Seattle, since it'll round out the NHL to have an even 32 teams, with Las Vegas being created obviously this year in real life and also in the game. Obviously, kind of ironic, Seattle, as it's on the West Coast, will actually be playing in the same division as the Golden Knights, so we'll probably have a lot of matchups between them. A game that a couple years ago, even in the real NHL, wouldn't have even been half a possibility. But I think with this series, I'm not going to try to do like a hardcore everyday upload type thing. I'm going to try to go for probably maybe at least 3 videos a week, 2 or 3 videos a week. Just try to upload sporadically. I do want to play all the games again, and obviously I don't think the team's going to be very good the first year. I'm also playing on Superstar, which I am not very good at, so it's going to be a lot of learning. So, you know, I don't want to create in-depth videos of me losing every game, because I know that gets kind of boring to watch after a while. Unless I live commentary, then you guys could see me rage. But I would never get through a season if I did a live comm on every game. Obviously, I want to you know, play a couple seasons and try to build this team from the ground up and get us to a Stanley Cup, or at least deep into the playoffs by, you know, a couple years. And my hope is maybe I could play through 4 or 5 years and kind of just do it all year, really, until NHL 18 comes out. Or NHL, I guess it would be NHL 19 next year already. Geez, the years are moving by quickly, aren't they? But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably play a whole bunch of games and then just show you highlights. So in an episode, I'll just kind of say, like, you know, what's been going on with some of the games. Maybe not, if it's a boring game, maybe only show, like, the final scores or something like that. And then I want to focus a lot on trades and, you know, the GM factors, stuff like, you know, setting ticket prices and all the different requirements that are in the game, as we choose our logo here, as we also create our, you'll see we create our arena and our uniforms up here. We're going with the blue and green, because those are the city colors of Seattle. I mean, you may know the Seahawks kind of have that same color scheme, and so do the Mariners, and really every Seattle team kind of has those colors, because that's the colors of the city. But yeah, I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought of what I was saying, but that's how I'm going to kind of do this series, is probably create, as I said, probably, you know, play 10 or 11 games and then show you a little bit what's going on, and then work on like trades and stuff like that. I guess we'll kind of see as it goes. I'm not trying to be too serious with this series. I'm just trying to have something, because I don't want to upload nothing until MLB comes out next year. I'll definitely be uploading MLB next year. And then I think starting in over Christmas break, I've saved up a lot of money and I'm actually going to buy a PC. I haven't really had the ability to play PC games in about over 2 years, because I've been away at college. And obviously, you know, I can't really bring the family computer with me. Like those alternate jerseys, by the way, you got those stripes to pay homage to the original Seattle Metropolitans, which were actually the first American team to win the Stanley Cup, I think, in 1917. But anyway, I've saved up enough to get a fairly high-end gaming PC, and I think I am going to invest in it. You guys may remember I did that SimCity series a long time ago. I might not necessarily play that game, but I think maybe do some Let's Plays throughout, like, January, February, on top of, like, the series sporadically. And just hopefully I can bring some different stuff until MLB 18 comes out. And obviously I want to go full-fledged with that game. I'm just hoping that it's actually a good game. I'm going to be working on a Minnesota Twins franchise for sure, and then maybe another Road to the Show, as I normally do. That would be a lot of gameplay to do both, but we'll see. I mean, that's a long way down the road. It's kind of how I feel about this series too. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll start simming some of the games, like if I can, you know, if we're losing halfway through the year and it's obvious we're not going to make the playoffs, and maybe I can't even handle losing a whole year straight, because that would just get so frustrating after a while. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this series as we're creating this team. As you saw, we created our stadium here in Seattle, Washington. The green and blue colors, a beautiful stadium, and then we have to make this. I didn't even want a mascot, so I just kind of did whatever. I was like, whatever. I haven't even, I'll be honest, I've already played, if you include the preseason, like 12 games, and I haven't even seen the mascot once. So I guess it is what it is, but there's a final look at my jerseys. Obviously, there's that alternate jersey, the home jersey, and the away jersey. So we'll head to our career, and then I discovered I had to make an AHL team as well. Obviously, I should have thought that one through, but it's just gonna, I kind of whipped through it because I didn't really feel like putting a ton of effort into it. And as you can see, I end up creating the Portland Lumberjacks of Portland, Oregon, just a few hours south of Seattle on Interstate 5. Gave them a nice smaller level stadium. Obviously kind of what's appropriate. It's nice that they actually have their own stadium, though. I mean, they could just play in the Portland basketball arena, but I wanted to give them their own little stadium in case, I guess, if they make the AHL playoffs, or maybe if I'm bored, I'll play like 1 or 2 games with them a year just to, yeah, I mean, you know, you got to give them a chance. I made them the Lumberjacks because the Portland soccer team is Portland Timbers, so I figured it fits with like the tree theme, right? You got the Timbers and you got the Lumberjacks. So realigning the divisions, they put me in the Central. Obviously, that makes no sense. Seattle would not be in a division with Chicago and Minnesota and Tennessee. That's almost the other end of the country in a way. I don't even know why Nashville's in the West. I mean, I guess there's just, the teams are so east-loaded in the NHL that you got to put a team in an eastern state all the way in the West. Kind of weird, but it is what it is. As you see, I moved myself into the West, so I'll be with Anaheim, Arizona, Edmonton, LA, the Sharks, Vancouver, and that other new team, the Vegas Golden Knights, which will be pretty fun, in my opinion, to be able to actually play with them and to play against them a lot. Obviously, I'll get to play against Marc-Andre Fleury, right? The old Penguins goalie who I had back in the Penguins be a GM, where I actually won the Stanley Cup. That series seems like it was a while ago. As you see, I'm going through my settings here. I am going to be playing on Superstar, as I mentioned, which is the hardest difficulty here in NHL 17. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to play with 6-minute periods. I don't know why it says 5. I put it back to 6. But 25-year franchise length, hoping to get through, as I said, maybe 4 or 5 years. Obviously, all the authentic settings for everything else, injuries on, and, you know, trades hardest difficulty, just kind of doing it, trying to make everything as realistic as possible. We'll see how it goes. I'm not very good at Superstar, even with a good team, but, you know, as the season goes on, hopefully I'll get better and better, and maybe I'll use this series to talk about some other topics than just video games, too. Just try to upload something for you guys, because I know some of you have watched the channel for a long time, and you've probably been wondering where I've been, but I am back, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with this series. So I want to thank you guys for watching. In the next episode, we will do the expansion draft, so we will see who will make it to my team. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope to see you next time. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. For now, I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.